Hey guys, Cory here from Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, coming to you live from Stony Mountain. Well, it should be, that's where I live. Anyway, guess what I brought home yesterday, finally, out of storage, the old 55 Pontiac. So yeah, so brought it out, so I guess today I'll change the fluids and whatnot, or tonight, but yeah, at least it's back on the road. Out of storage, so I bought a bunch of parts for this thing, so I'm thinking what I'm probably going to do this winter is blow this thing apart. That's what I'm thinking. You know, go through it. I got a new engine right there. Somewhere in that pile of new rads, there's a rad for it, and I've got a new fancy clutch for it, and a 12 bolt, and so all that stuff. So 410s and a posi. So I think that's what I'm going to do this winter, is maybe do this and fix a bunch of stuff and whatnot, and throw some money at it, and you know, give it the love that it needs. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to show you that this turd's finally out of storage. So yeah. So anyway, what we're going to do today, actually the real reason why I was here is watering all the plants. It's actually warm out today, so what we're going to do today is rust repair on the white Pontiac. So the front rockers there's just nothing left, so I've already started making a template for it, so might as well take advantage of it before it rains. It's supposed to rain today. I can't see why it would. It's beautiful out, sunny, but whatever. So this is what I've come up with. Like I said, all this is just gone. As you can see, my finger's on the other side. And so what I made is this cardboard template. It kind of fits in there. It's going to need some trimming there, but what I'll end up doing, I'll lay this flat and I'll put it on a sheet of steel and we'll cut it out. And then once I get it a little closer with my piece of metal, I'll start cutting this crap out. So I'll probably leave a little bit of that, just the structure, clean it up the best I can. Where I will, this is nice and solid, so I'm going to go off that piece. But yeah, all this is just garbage. And then maybe I'll grab a fender and put it on and just make sure everything's kind of kosher. I did order my pivot ball for the Z-bar. It still hasn't shown up, so hopefully next week. So then the next video I can start building a Z-bar and then yank this turd out and put the other turd in and whatnot. And all right, enough rambling, let's go to work. So yeah, get rid of this, and like I said, the passenger side is equally rough, if not worse. So not a big deal. So we'll go find some steel. I think I got a bunch of steel. Oh yeah, behind the toolbox. Oh yeah, there will be a video. I'm not sure when exactly. It's just me and Chris have been working on the in the evenings and whatnot, finishing off the wiring for this. So there will be a video. Who knows? Whenever, like I said, I'm just working on this in the spare times when it's raining and figuring out stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, we did get the brake lights working, the turn signals are working, but I still got to mount the front ones, and it's, you know, it's wiring, it's boring, so. All right, let's go start cutting up some steel. Okay, I found some steel, not sure the thickness, but it's a little heavier, so it should be just perfect for that. So, after tracing it out here, moving Chris's ice caps that he always leaves here when he comes, we'll start trimming it. Like I said, I left some extra meat metal because you know, that's going to form when I start beating it around. So. Wish I had Derek Beverly shirt. Cuts a lot nicer in this one. Trim this up with the grinder and the snips. Alright, now I left my mark, so we're going to bend it, and then, yeah. And we'll kind of get that shape going, so I don't know if I'm just going to go, wish I had an enamel to beat on. Now I'll use the front of that Model A frame there to use it as my beating platform. So yeah. Okay guys, I don't know what I should do first. Stop what I'm doing. And apparently Mary Brown has chicken, 2 pieces of chicken and a drink for $5 apparently. Tempting, I am hungry. But here's a tech tip, guys. When you have a break like this, don't use this as a bench like me. There's nuts and bolts going underneath here. You gotta clean everything, and it's not smart. Seems like a good idea at the time. So anyway, I made a little bend here. Now I gotta make a bend here, there. I'm not sure exactly how much. Now, am I gonna bend that the right way or the wrong way? This way. I think I screwed myself. Actually, just go this way. Alright. Not thinking because I got chicken on my mind. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Stay. There you go. Now, did we bend this the wrong way? I don't think we did. Like I said, this is just rough. I'm gonna have to, might even have to put a little bit of a relief cut in here to kind of shape this and bend it down. Or I might just go gangster or whatever and just start beating the crap out of it with a hammer. So I think we might go that attempt. So I'll go put this up here. Like I said, I left enough meat here that I'm gonna have to trim it. So, and then like I said, this kind of goes like a slight little curve like that. And then like I said, it should work so far, hopefully. If not, we got more steel. Okay, Chris. Well, guys, you know the song by Rolling Stones, "You Always Can't Get What You Want." Well, I actually had my piece actually fitting pretty good, and then I was getting a little greedy and trying to get fitting a little too nice. And this part here is a pretty complicated piece to have it all there, and I kind of screwed it up. So instead of making another piece, I'm going to make this in probably 2 pieces. This will come down here, right here, and then underneath there, and then I'll weld it all up and seam seal it nicely. But I made my first piece. It's going to fit actually not bad, so I cleaned it up a little bit. I'm going to weld, I'm going to knock out the rust part here. I'll get rid of that garbage in a minute. And then I'll put this over, I'll tack weld it in a few spots, kind of massage it in here with a bit of vice grips and whatnot, and then we'll work on this piece and that piece, and then put another stiffener under here and the back side. So that way, you don't see a finger. So we'll do that. So I think in 3-4 pieces it'll be fine. So, and like I said, I'll weld it all up and then seam seal it, and Bob's your uncle. But I was originally at least going to try to have at least 1 piece or 2 pieces and then have this underneath. But oh well. I wheeled it up just to see, but I'll start knocking out this rust and just kind of square it off and leave this bit of structure, because this is still really strong, the corner part, but this stuff can go. So I'll go whip up the grinder and we'll cut this crap out. Actually, I'd probably rip it out with my fingers. Oh well. Okay guys, I've got the vice grip in just roughly where it's going to be. I'm going to kind of beat it around in place. I'm just going to put a couple tacks here and there. Yes, I do have a welding helmet, but I'm just putting a couple tacks in. So, I have to get a different one. A deeper throat. Before I get too crazy, like I said, I cut that part out, and before I get too crazy going any further, I'll start cutting this nonsense out, but I just want to beat this part in a little bit better. I'll do that. And that and do that, I should be able to weld it. Perfect. Like I said, I'll this piece here, I'll just trim that a little bit that way, and that way this piece will go smooth. And all right, finish welding this up. Where's my helmet? Put a couple more tacks in it and. Call that good for now. Now I'll trim this piece off and then make this piece there. It's already looking better, believe it or not. So, like I said, when we're done, then we'll schmooze it up with some seam sealer. Oh. Okay, so it may not be the prettiest, but it's all welded in, gooped up, painted, blah blah blah. It's good, nice. Well, it might be tacky, so I'm not gonna hit it, but it's all done. Now. That was the easy side. This side here, oh, there's literally nothing left. So at least I got a reference here anyway. So what I'm going to do is clean up the tar. I'll splice this off square, weld a piece in, then make another piece here, cut this out, weld it in, make it strong. So at least there's enough to go by for a reference, and then I'll plate this. So, yikes. And, oh, after I'm done with that, maybe I'll persuade Ryan to go to the city to go to Princess Auto and get another sheet of steel, because that's all I got, and it's not long enough. I thought maybe if it was 3 feet, then I could at least put a splice in there and make my pieces for underneath here to tie the rockers in, but not gonna work. So I'm gonna rope Ryan in. Oh, I'll see. If not, I'll just go to the Princess Auto and grab a sheet of steel. So do that, or what I might do today, I should do that, I don't know, we'll see. Not clean up the bumper, rear bumper, and maybe mount that, just, you know, do something different. We'll see. And like I said, the video after this, I'll get everybody here and we'll pull the motor and tranny out and switch everything over. So do that, and then actually I will put that fender on. I'll mock it up here shortly just to see. I think that's what we'll do. Okay guys, I just put my driver's side fender on just loosely, just to make sure that, you know, nothing's gonna hit. Everything clears, the bolt underneath lines up, everything's fine, not an issue. Underneath there, I will later on get primer and shoot a primer, and then I'll spray white over it so that way it doesn't look as goofy looking. So I've been working on, here is part of my passenger side. Oh, this is gonna be the hard part. I've been trimming it. Like I said, I will cut this out in a few minutes. I'm gonna grind it all up, but I'll cut all that out, and then it's gonna sit in here. I'll trim that down a little bit, then I'll make another piece into here, and all in there. And I did box the back of it, so I'll try to get in there and weld it. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but if not, gooping it. But yeah, so I'll just trim this off a little bit, and we'll stick it in. We'll weld her in. The hardest part's going to be is to get the welder over here. So I'm going to struggle with that for a few minutes. Yeah, so I said I gotta take it off. I gotta put the wheel wells. Well, like I said, I'm waiting for my the pivot ball so I can start making the Z-bar. I think this is the one I'm gonna use. I can't remember. If not, I've got a couple other different ones, so I'll have to cut down and make work. So we're getting there though. Haven't seen it for a while with a fender on. Looks kind of neat. Well, can't win for trying, and I'll show you why in a second. Proper planning prevents poor performance. But anyway, this side is all done. It's all welded in, gooped up, welded underneath, and everything else. So it's 1,000 times what it was. So that's done. I'll just wait till the seam sealer dries up. I got my steel. I was going to start doing in the rear quarter, or for the rockers, but I just realized I ran out of wire, and I don't have another one. And I'm not going to drive back to the city, although I should, because that way I can get some ice cream. But nah, that'd be a waste of a day. I literally just came back there and, you know, Bug would gladly go, but, or Casey. But nah, we'll do that in the next day or two. But what I think I'm going to do is spend some time cleaning that up, make it look pretty, and I might put it on. We'll see. And then I'll start going through, just checking the fluids and all that stuff in my 55 Pontiac and whatnot. So that's registered, so I'm going to start driving that. So that's the plan. But frick sakes. Always something, eh? And I was thinking to myself, when I'm at Prince, I'm like, you're probably getting low on wire, eh, for doing both the exhausts on these cars, but oh well, shit happens. So I guess I'm gonna dig out that bumper and grab some stuff and start cleaning it. But yeah, it looks kind of cool with the old bumper or the front fender on, so not bad. Okay, I've been trying to clean this stupid bumper for a couple hours, trying to take some of the haze out of it. Nothing really seems to be working. CLR didn't work. I've tried my trusty this stuff, just different things. Even gonna try some of this Vim stuff. Basically, there's probably a product out there. I just don't, like I said, I don't feel like going to the city. I don't run out of creamy thing, so this might work. I don't even know what this cleans. It's got bleach in it, so we'll try that. Try some toilet bowl cleaner. Okay. And some barbecue cleaner. Does that even work? There we go. Put some of that in the mix. See if this lightens it up or cleans up any of this chrome. Ugh. Like I said, I've been playing with it for a couple hours on and off. Nothing's really cleaning the stuff up. It smells nice. Well, I'll show you guys look like, I don't know, there's a bit of difference in comparison. I think the winner of all this stuff is probably the toilet bowl cleaner. But I'll show you in a bit. It still has a haze in it that I don't think it's going to come out. I figure if it's good enough for cleaning a toilet bowl, I should clean this thing. Alright, I'm going to keep plugging away at this nonsense. Well, it's no sparkling jewel by any means, but it's 1,000 times better than what the other bumper was. I tried, and this stuff here just won't buff out. So guys, if you know of any, actually I was using gloves for a little bit of it. If you know anything that would kind of take this stuff out, let me know by chance. But I got most of the rust out. There's a little bit more in here I'll start working with. I was just using like a little SOS pad thing that you use for cleaning your dishes and whatnot. Figure if it's good enough for that. But like I said, the bumpers, got a little ding right there, but like I said, the car's not gonna be a show car by any means, but hey, it's better than what I've got. But so I think what I'm gonna do is instead I ran out of wire. I don't feel like going back to the city. Well, they're probably closed now anyway. Maybe I should go work on the 55, go check the fluids and all that stuff and start driving that. So I'll take it to work tomorrow. So I think that's my plan. So we'll go clean up all this mess and put things away, and then go work on the Pontiac for a bit. I think that's what we'll do. So then probably one of these videos or whatever like that, this can be done at any time. The motor can be in and all that stuff. That's no big deal. So I just kind of wanted to get all this stuff done, so it wasn't like making a mess for when we got the new motor in and all that stuff. So oh well, enough rambling. I'll go put this stuff away and go work on the old 55 for a bit. Beautiful skies, they said. Sunny skies, they said. It's gonna be a beautiful day. The wind just picked up. It's starting to thunder in spots. So the wind was crazy a few minutes ago, so I quickly cleaned up some stuff. Anyway, I checked all my fluids. They're all good. Tires, actually kind of used some crappy cleaner just to clean them up. And yeah, I was gonna go for a boot tonight, but I don't think so. So maybe we just might take a relaxing evening inside. But yeah, so everything's good. So I think we're gonna take it to work tomorrow. So that's my plan anyway. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the evening, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be working on this thing this winter. I think that's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna get new rubber for the windshields and for the rear windows. Like I said, I got a new small block there to the guys that are new. That one dynoed close to about 500-ish, almost somewhere in there, pretty close to it. I have to find the dyno sheets. Right in this stack, that one there is a 4-core rad for this thing, and I've got a fancy new clutch for it. So, and I've got some other stuff. Like I said, I got a 12 volt 410s and a posi that I may or may not put in, depending on the whip. So we'll see. We'll worry about that later, but I think that's going to be probably my project for the winter this year, and go through a bunch of things, put disc brakes on it and this and that, and get rid of some of the other stuff. So, and finish up the interior, get new carpet that matches the cool purple carpet that's all old and deep. So I'm gonna get that, that's what it had in it, and just, you know, finish up, make some door panels, stuff like that. So that's my plan anyway, I think, for this winter. So I think I'm gonna call it a night before it starts raining, clean up my mess outside, put some stuff away, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it's sunny. They said today it's sunny. Lies. It's been nothing but a shitty summer so far. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Ugh. Rain's coming. Yeah. Okay guys, next day, just got home. Just threw the front bumper on here. I just kind of wiped it off. What I'm going to try doing is this. It's not in bad shape. There's some ugly little spots, but I'll see if it'll come out. All I'm going to do is spray with some glass cleaner, some CLR. I'm going to make up my concoction again. And then, if anybody's wondering, I just use a little abrasive SOS pad for your pots and pans. That way it doesn't screw up anything. So I just spray the shit out of this stuff. Alright, I guess I'll let this dry and see how it is. Like I said, by no means these bumpers are not pristine by any means. They're basically all I could find. Like I said, this one's not like, I'm happy with it. It's not dinged up or anything. Like I said, wish the rear bumper was better, but yeah, it is what it is. So, like I said, the original one that when I got in the accident, this side was all twang, so that's no good. But it does have good marker lights or the turn signal, so I'm going to be grabbing those next time I go to the compound. Alright. Alright, I'll let that dry and I'll go put this in out of the way. And then go dig up that fender, so stay tuned. I don't think I'm going to do too much tonight. It's already about 8 o'clock. It was a late day today, so I figure I'd get an hour or two in before calling it a night or calling it a video. So, but what I think my plan is for this is just to have everything kind of ready, cleaned up, ready. That way you can just start throwing stuff on in the next couple weeks. So I gotta dig out the wheel wells. I know there's a bit of rust in one. I might grab it from the parts car, see if it's any better. And then I'm just gonna completely wire wheel them and flog them black. I was contemplating about buying new reproduction ones just so I didn't have to clean them, but yeah, I'm too cheap now. So alrighty, we'll be back in a minute, and then like I said, we'll dig out the fender. Yay. Well, it definitely ain't gonna happen tonight because there's a pain digging out the fender. But there's my two wheel wells. I'm not gonna dig them out tonight because I just don't feel like it, and I don't feel like getting dirty. But I'm gonna take them, wire wheel them, and flog them black. But I just, you know, maybe I can rope Casey into helping me one day. And good luck with that. Kind of digging around in here and just finding other parts that I needed for the Pontiac that I didn't have, so I'm gonna have to find those. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute, but I was just looking for some other trim pieces and I found them, but ugh, I got a lot of crap in here. Anyway, that's another day. I forgot that I got another tunnel ram and 4-speeds there. I do have a posi unit for this Pontiac. I think it was like a 342 gear that I'm probably gonna end up using. But yeah, and I totally forgot about it. I bought this a while ago. Planishing hammer. Probably would have been helpful when I was making that piece, maybe, but maybe wouldn't have screwed it up. But yeah. And I was looking for a carburetor the other day and found it. So yeah. So anyway, enough rambling about the garbage in here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I found the one spear part for the door. That's not an issue, but I realized when I put this fender on, it's just held on by a couple bolts, that it doesn't have provisions here for there's I'll show you on the other side, but that chrome strip, that this is the thin little piece that comes here. And I'm hoping the fender that was banged up, it still has it, that it's not banged up. But yeah, this is the little spear right here that I need. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So I got to drill a bunch of holes, and hopefully the clips are all good and everything else. I'm gonna weld up these holes because I think there's a little chrome strip that went over here with a little sail or something like that, I think. So I think less is more. I'm gonna eliminate probably this Pontiac little emblem. So I think just sometimes less is more. When I said weld these up, a few small, somebody's put something in here one time. Looks like somebody shot it with a gun here. So that's lovely. Out of everywhere they had to hit with the crease. So I'll try to do my best and weld that up and knock it out. But other than that, this fender's really good. Just a shame about that. So I think, guys and girls, I just finished making a fabulous dinner. Excellent chicken. Kevin calls my chicken hobo chicken, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. Clearly, look at him. If anybody knows, if anything, I would take the haze out of this thing. Like I said, I tried a bunch of stuff, and it was just a joke trying to use toilet cleaner. Somebody was shaking their head at me when I was using it, but I was just curious what would probably take out a lot of that. Like I said, I'm not expecting perfect, but it'd just be nice to get that out. This did clean up a little bit, so I'm going to keep working at that and whatnot. And I do have better ones, turning signals there, so for marker lights. Ryan did order the Z-bar. I think I mentioned that, but I'm going to start monkeying around with the pivot ball. I'm going to modify the Z-bar. I think this one might work with minimal modification. I'm hoping anyway, because the other one I had is like half the size, and it doesn't look like it's going to work at all. So, oh man, I'm out of shape. But I think what I'm going to do is go to the compound, go dig out this fender. Hopefully that spear's okay. If not, the guy bought the bumpers off. He had a couple more Pontiacs. I know one was a Parisian, and it had a whole big chrome piece on it. Like this whole thing was a part that kind of went over, and it looks kind of goofy. So I'm hoping he has that little strip. So hopefully. And I'm going to get some I'm looking for some Chevy 15x7, just rims, snap rims. I've got new tires, or good used tires for the front. I'll get Derek to mount one of these days. I'm going to get tires on it so we can roll it. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to ramble here for another minute or so, then I'll let you guys be if you're still watching. But my goal is to have everything all just nicely clean, painted, have all my bezels, like just everything lined up, ready to go, that we can just start throwing parts back at this thing and get it done. So the hood, I'm going to need a hand. I found it the other day. It's at the compound in the shop. It's buried behind the Dodge 100 in a wall, so that's got to be pulled out. So that's not going to be fun. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave this video. It'll be coming back in a while. It's just, it's going to be a busy another week or so at work. So, but like I said, me and Chris have been. We have been working on this. Like I said, the taillights are working, turn signals are working, and I can't remember other wiring stuff we've gotten done, but it is getting slowly there. So we are getting on there. It's just like I said, this thing sat for a while, and you know, bouncing back and forth and whatnot on different projects and helping the other guys with their stuff. So, but I think enough rambling. I think I'm gonna go hop in the car and we'll go to Stonewall and go grab some parts. So hopefully I can find that spear. So finger crossed, I'll let you guys know in the next video. Oh, I did take the 55 to work today, so it's nice driving that thing, banging gears. So yep, it is what it is. Alrighty guys, keep it real. Oh, actually, that's what I gotta do. I gotta go water my plants. Yes, that's why I said go water my plants. Chris will probably be shaking his head. All right.